certainly strange, but one of the things about his unique personality is that even though you can't predict him, there is a method to his own madness. You and I might count to 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He might count it 1, 3, 5, 2, it might be all jumbled, but at the end of the day, he always finds a way to get to 10.
He finds his way there. He's kind of like a rugrat, but I'm going to let that pass.
Well, that is another story for another time. I'm guessing that Bobby has not been to the church during his time.
I mean, he could definitely pass by. All are welcome to the church.
Well, that is something that we will talk about during this broadcast tonight. Tyree Taylor goes one-on-one with Kylon King. In the past, Tyree Taylor has gone in there with Ichiban and Dustin Flash Waller, 2/3 of the Miracle Ones. He rounds that out here tonight as King Bobby has just crowned himself.
I mean, typically it's more of a King Brad situation here, but we've moved on to King Bob.
But this is the unpredictability that we talk about. Look at TJ Crawford. As TJ Crawford telling Bobby Orlando, "You're not my mom." If you don't know what that means, I'm still trying to figure it out after a couple of years.
That's so rude. You're supposed to respect your mother and father. That's a commandment.
Oh, great.
Hey. Big fact. You may call yourself the Big Bread, but after I'm done with you, you're gonna be toast.
What? How could he? He said he's gonna toast him.
You like dad jokes, Brother Greatness?
That's just so, I can't believe he could say such a thing.
This quarterfinal matchup is underway, and one thing Bobby does know, if you didn't know this, there are no time limits for the rest of the tournament. So he doesn't have to try to rush and get in there. He can take his time and play a little mind games with TJ Crawford.
And it's gonna be hard to transition game plans, but I don't know if Bobby has a game plan. He just does what Bobby does.
Gets a shot right to the midsection. Tumbling over is TJ Crawford as this crowd loves Bobby Orlando. If I wrote down Bobby Orlando on a piece of paper, you would read it and think I was speaking another language. But no matter what the translation is, he always ends up making sense.
He always finds a way, and as much as I say he might not have a game plan, the first thing he did, beautiful net breaker to get to this, is a big shot to the gut.
Hooks the leg. Almost heading into the semifinals, which take place next week. I cannot wait to see who will be joining the winner of this in those semifinals. We have 8. By the end of tonight, we will be down to the last 4.
And it's hard for me to believe that Bobby Orlando won't be one of those 4. Right now, you have a hurt TJ Crawford. He seems to know exactly what to do to keep him reeling.
Charges over. TJ Crawford desperately hanging on. Oh, look at that. Sending Bobby neck first into that top rope, into that steel cable, and follows it up with a big boot.
Got him directly in the side of the head. That could mess up your eyesight. It could cause swelling in that left eye.
There is a knee right after that eye. TJ Crawford saw that target opening up. He went straight for it, and that is why, one of many reasons why he is called the Silver Sniper. He is very hard to shove off once he gets control of a contest.
Even something as simple as a lateral press, he immediately slams the forearm directly over that eye, puts a foot, drags it into the eye, even with the choke leaning into that side of the face. This is going to be very tough for Bobby to see after a while.
And Bobby Orlando, even though he is unorthodox, having just one eye going in there, it's going to be very difficult to see that silver bullet spinning back kick coming. If you only have one eye, your depth perception is totally thrown off, and TJ Crawford knows it.
Absolutely. Big shots now to the chest, and then you see he's taking the time to still get a foot to that eye.
I do know we're going to hear from our Wrestling Open champion, Big Bacon Brad Hollister, later tonight. He is not here in the building, but you know as well as I do, TJ Crawford entering this tournament, in my mind, there has to be a grand plan for him to go all the way and for him and Big Bacon to ski.
And no, this is what they would consider doing business, and honestly, I don't think that's what the people of the White Eagle deserve. They deserve an awesome finale and an awesome contest.
Well, if they have it their way, they are going to be the only big business in professional wrestling, as TJ Crawford back on the assault with Bobby Orlando.
right now. Beautiful sleeper hold. And once again, TJ Crawford of big business, doing everything he can to take the air away from Bobby Orlando.
You can hear the crowd here rallying behind Bobby Orlando. Use that hashtag. Let us know what you think at home as we are heading toward the finish line for the Jumbo Grand Prix. TJ Crawford wants to be the one taking the Tony Rumble Memorial Cup home with him.
And TJ Crawford, as we know, he's gotten there. He's been the #1 contender before. It's going to be rough for him to get back there, but big. No.
Saw that one coming, able to stop Bobby in his tracks. Missed. Bobby Orlando rolling out of the way. TJ Crawford missing yet again, and Bobby back to his feet.
5 minutes have elapsed in
There's
this
a backslide.
quarterfinal match.
No. Rolls through. Count of 2. Oh, blocks that shot. Goes for that silver bullet. He missed. But Bobby Orlando did not on the shotgun drop kick.
The back of the head of TJ Crawford right into that middle buckle is a serious issue.
Hits the clothesline in the corner. Bobby Orlando wants to show that he belongs at the top of the heap here at Wrestling Open. Makes the cover, but only gets a count of 2. TJ Crawford, whether you like his attitude or not, has shown that he is one of the toughest that Wrestling Open has, and also one of the toughest to beat.
After having your ribs all ruined a couple Sundays ago, to take such a low backstabber and be able to still kick out, that's the toughness proven in your statement by TJ Crawford.
He was able to win a week ago with those taped ribs, still taped up, and he is still persevering here. And he wants to go into the semifinals.
Big clubbing blows immediately go in. TJ, a big shot to the temple.
Out of the corner, thought he was going for that Olympic slam, went forward with it, hits the running knee. Is that it? Makes the cover. Bobby Orlando out at 2, and TJ Crawford is beside himself.
Unorthodox to say the least from TJ Crawford, but he went back to the game plan that was working for him in the beginning. These big shots to the face and the right side of the head. That's how he's going to find victory if he does tonight.
And TJ, one of the things that he has been working on for a long time, or was at one point when he teamed with Fancy Ryan Clancy, is that temper. But Brad Hollister said, let that temper come out. Get as angry as you want to. And TJ starting to show signs of that, but he's actually holding his composure.
I think one big thing Hollister taught him is how to utilize that bullet call rage and point it properly.
Oh, slips out, does Bobby. There's a back elbow to the second rope.
That's the cutter.
Tries that sick trick cutter, but no, there's a backbreaker by TJ. Lays him out. Is he on to the semifinals?
That's it.
Out at 2, and TJ Crawford is irate.
It was seemingly academic, but it turned out to be collegiate. More difficult than what TJ Crawford could have assumed.
And there is that temper that Brad Hollister encourages to come out. But now the only rage in his eyes is staring right at Bobby Orlando.
Wow, what a violent kick directly to the sternum and the chest.
And now slowing himself down, trying to regain his bearings because he knows a chance at the semifinals is at stake.
And those educated feet going to work. He knows how to kick.
Oh, he blocks it. Spins him out. There is a right hand from Bobby Orlando. And there is a chop. Bobby is continuing to fight here with a shot at the semifinals at stake. Hold on.
Bobby's on the floor!
Hits the dive to the floor. He nailed him, and he is not done. He knows he needs to go for broke with a chance at the semis at stake.
Bobby going to the heavens, and no!
He got dropped down, and that is a horrendous landing for Bobby Orlando.
You do not want to post to the middle of the legs. That is not where you want to be. That's not how you want to feel.
TJ on that second rope, looking to send Bobby crashing down and out of the Jumbo Grand Prix, but Bobby with other ideas in mind.
Bobby in a good place. Oh my goodness!
It's that power bomb. Sick trick cutter, is that it? Is he in the semis?
Bobby's in!
TJ gets the shoulder up. Bobby is in shock. So am I. So are you, Brother Greatness.
That was the home run shot. That was the Hail Mary through. That was the half-court shot. That's everything Bobby had.
It was 2 years of feeling like he couldn't get over that line, and once again, TJ Crawford denying him that chance to head to the finish line of the Jumbo Grand Prix. Whoa. Oh, there's a double chop to the throat. Oh, he hit him with the silver bullet. Not like this.
He's done.
TJ's into the semifinals.
The time of the fall, 9 minutes, 40 seconds. Here is your winner advancing to the semi-final round of the tournament, the Silver Sniper, TJ Crawford.
It took another shortcut, shocking for TJ Crawford to be able to pick up that victory, but TJ Crawford now finds himself as the first of 4 semifinalists in the Jumbo Grand Prix, Brother Greatness.
Is a step to an all big business title affair, and I'm not sure if anyone in Worcester is hoping to see that.
As Bobby Orlando now has to go through his mind of coming up short in a big spot once again. I think it was a robbery. You saw that double chop to the throat by TJ Crawford, but for Bobby, it probably doesn't matter at this point for him. Griffin has something to say.
I can't believe they got a top guy around all these bottom feeders.
Well,
Hey, last time I checked, we're on top guy time. I tell you all week, I've been feeling hella disrespected. You want to act like this is Aaron Rourke's return? Nah, it's the top guy's return. Aaron, these people may have loved you. I don't care. There's nobody on this roster is putting in that work like me. No one on this roster has superstar potential like the top guy. No one else has international world tour dates like me. Wrestling LB's gonna feed me your boy, that's fine. Cause his time's just run out.
well, there you go.
You know, Griffin McCoy sees himself as a top guy, and to see someone else come out here and get that kind of response to a return, that has to anger you, that has to mess with your id and your ego if you are someone of the mindset of Griffin McCoy.
Well, here we go. Aaron Rourke one-on-one with Griffin McCoy. Who do you think this type of matchup favors, Brother Greatness?
Honestly, I think Aaron's in the driver's seat right now. This feels like a home game for Rourke, and right now McCoy seems to not be in his normal mindset. The first several minutes of this contest are really going to determine what McCoy can and can't do with that aggravation.
Well, Aaron Rourke went on social media today, and well, go check out his social media and see his response to Griffin McCoy. I'll let you go ahead and read that yourself.
I'm sure I'll enjoy it. You know, Brother Rourke always has interesting comments and sensibilities.
And the crowd here kind of alluded to what he said, so you can, well.
Big slap from the top guy that everyone claims to be at the bottom of the barrel.
Ducks that shot. Griffin McCoy, a fantastic athlete in peak physical condition, but so is the dime piece, Aaron Rourke.
Both strong individuals. Wow, just stepped directly on the spine.
And very arrogant side to who he is, Griffin McCoy. I think sometimes that can be his downfall, though.
It's all about how you utilize that. We talked about it with TJ Crawford earlier, about using that rage and aggression. What's McCoy gonna do with that attitude and with his particular sensibilities and thoughts regarding himself?
There's a shoulder block. Decides to make the cover interesting, and look at that athleticism and a little message. The dime piece saying, I'm going to show you a little bit of a timepiece.
The dime piece decided to take a pat at the gluteus maximus, and wow, the athleticism!
Sticks the landing.
Beautifully executed, and a big drop kick directly to the nose.
Right on the money. Only a count of one, though. Griffin McCoy has been very well traveled up and down the East Coast, continuing to ply his trade and to improve his stock. So he is very tough, going everywhere and anywhere he can to compete. Aaron Rourke letting Griffin McCoy know, however, this is my time tonight.
And he's showing that right now. Big Goozle, big STO, and now Rourke's looking, oh no.
Going to that second rope. Oh, but there is a back elbow.
He might have been thinking moonsault there. I don't know what he's thinking now.
Oh, Griffin McCoy takes the foot out, almost took himself with that strike. But Aaron Rourke goes down on that top rope, and now Griffin McCoy has a very clear advantage here in this one-on-one match.
And it's always scary to see a competitor take a tumble and immediately grab a joint. Rourke immediately grabs the left knee. We saw how poorly the leg landed on those elevator cables, essentially, through the top rope. It's going to be hard to really do anything involving the lower body now.
There is a chop, and now Griffin McCoy stalking Rourke, going to go with that Irish whip into the opposite corner. Hits the big boot, and Griffin McCoy wants to show everyone here at the White Eagle what top guy time really means.
Yeah, top guy drop kick from the man that they claim to be at the bottom of the barrel. Griffin McCoy violently assaulted Aaron Rourke in the corner. And right now, Aaron Rourke is going to have to find a way to get that separation. He had a great opening gambit, but to be stopped on that top rope is very difficult.
Oh, look at that, right into the gut buster, beautifully executed. And with that type of height coming down from that angle, makes it even worse. Gets a count of 2. Griffin McCoy is a step away from beating a superstar and making a name for himself and letting Wrestling Open know that perhaps top guy time is more than just a nickname.
And the time that he's on is proper transitions. It was quite beautiful seeing that bat breaker directly into the net breaker to immediately go after that chin lock. He's doing everything he can to halt any opportunity Aaron Rourke may have for a comeback here.
Rourke, McCoy, use that hashtag. Let us know what you think. Huge 8-man tag team action in our main event, coming off that electric Above the Rim championship match 1 week ago. Jermaine Marbury is going to be in there in that main event, but right now, Griffin McCoy and Aaron Rourke looking to make a big statement as far as future championship matches.
And right now, McCoy, once again, that arrogance, and it could cost him here.
Almost snuck in that victory. And I say snuck in, that is a great technique. I don't want to downplay what Aaron Rourke almost had there as he is on that apron. There's a right hand. Tries to go for that spear, but Griffin McCoy had that one scouted.
5 minutes to the lapse of the time limit. 5 minutes remain.
As this match has a 10-minute time limit, a lot of matches tonight do not. But this one is our traditional open 10-minute time limits, so you're gonna go in there and you're gonna move fast.
It's a different kind of pace you have to take. Big, wow!
There is a double stomp to the lower back. Is this it? No, Aaron Rourke showing how tough he is, and Griffin McCoy starting to maybe think that Aaron Rourke has a lot more than he bargained for.
Griffin's entire face and demeanor changed the minute that the announcement of 5 minutes passing popped up. That's what a time limit can do to you. It changes the way you have to go about the pacing of this contest. We'll see the difference between this match and the matches that are happening later tonight throughout the wonders of time.
He is trying to bend Aaron Rourke backwards. We know how flexible and athletic Aaron Rourke is, but he's gonna need a lot of toughness to get through this because Griffin McCoy is in a very advantageous position.
This is once again that chin lock he's had it applied several times. And whoa, big miss!
Sweeps out the legs.
All Rourke needed was an opening, and there it is. Big shot to the chin from Aaron. The dime piece again hit him right in the button. Wow! Gets McCoy down, and Rourke, big lariat!
Big clothesline. Look at the leg lariat as well. Aaron Rourke on the comeback trail after that German suplex.
Big German, Rourke is down, and he keeps straight up!
The dime piece is feeling it here against Griffin McCoy. Gearing up here as this match presented by Island Auto here in Worcester. And Griffin McCoy's chin might need some repairs after that.
The dime piece, big shot, and now goes straight to the back of the head.
Here we go, Aaron Rourke getting primed and ready, maybe going to try that moonsault.
But Rourke, he's beaten, he's battered. Can he hit this now?
Hits the moonsault.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Aaron Rourke is your winner.
The time of the fall, 7 minutes, 24 seconds. Here is your winner, the dime piece, Aaron Rourke.
That is a statement victory for the dime piece, Aaron Rourke.
Big win, big return, and big things coming for the dime piece, Aaron Rourke.
An exciting win. You can hear this crowd in Worcester showing their appreciation for the return of Aaron Rourke. We are going to see what Gabby, Forza, and Kennedi Hardcastle can bring to the table, but let's not downplay the fact that in a short amount of time, I think their attitude stinks, but Paris Vandale and Shannon LeVangie have made themselves a very formidable tag team.
We all have various opinions when it comes to the Brats, but there's one thing we have to focus on. The hard kicks of Paris, the hard kicks of Shannon LeVangie. They know how to take down Gabby Forza. They know how to hurt Kennedi Hardcastle.
Well, Paris Vandale telling Gabby Forza, try again. And a very rare PG chant from this crowd saying she's a chicken, and I agree.
Yeah, no, they're definitely getting closer to the positivity. I hope that they would. I gotta love the White Eagle.
Look at Gabby showing off that strength early.
Immediately with that gorilla press and the roll and the athleticism.
And that shoulder tackle into the corner. Shannon LeVangie is a fantastic athlete, but Gabby Forza is showing that she might be a force of nature.
And she's throwing her around like her name is Tornado. Shannon LeVangie getting that leg up.
Oh, gonna try that athleticism I talked about. Oh boy.
That's the power of Gabby Forza. And I don't know if you follow Forza on social media, push pressing 165 pounds for 3 reps.
That's like 2 of you.
Well, technically 3 because I am 165, so she did it to me 3 times. It's not good.
Well, Kennedi Hardcastle bringing it to the lower back of Shannon LeVangie, and that's what I'm talking about. Even a couple of months ago, she wouldn't have even known this crowd existed, not because she dislikes anyone, but she is coming out of her comfort zone or moving into something a little different.
Yeah, we're seeing what Kennedi's really all about. Kennedi Hardcastle now has changed, and I think for the better, but this hit might not be for her.
Here comes Paris, and there goes Paris after that clothesline as Kennedi, even though she and Gabby Forza might wear different types of clothes, they are much more similar than they think.
Goodness gracious, big smile on the face of Hardcastle.
Shannon LeVangie throwing that crown down, not happy with it. Well, what else is new? These two have not ingratiated themselves to anyone in Worcester, quite frankly.
I don't think that was ever their goal. Their goal was simply to befriend each other and move forward. And these two are trying to utilize that quote-unquote friendship to again isolate Kennedi Hardcastle.
Wait, stopping that suplex is Gabby.
Wait, Gabby picked her up.
Oh, look at that battering ram from Gnome Castle.
The Gnome Castle, 2 feet to the face, and now a double axe handle directly to the neck.
But Paris jumping Gabby from behind. Par for the course with her.
You can be as big and strong as you want, but 2 arms to the back of the head.
Gonna try that monkey flip, no. But hold on, there is a power bomb from Shannon LeVangie onto Kennedi Hardcastle, makes the cover, and cutting them down, taking away all momentum, are the Brats.
Yeah, the Brats utilizing their numbers to their advantage, separating Hardcastle from Forza, and immediately getting that violent power bomb. and right now stifling Kennedi Hardcastle with violent feet directly to the face, the nose, and the eyes.
Shannon bringing Hardcastle to her feet. This goes much deeper than just professional wrestling. This cuts deep for years and years for someone like Kennedi Hardcastle, who during her childhood or teenage years, she felt like she never quite fit in one specific place. But now, here at Wrestling Open and with a friend like Gabby Forza, she feels like she has finally found a place for herself.
She is now home after years of looking for one. Worcester loves her, but this foot to the chin isn't something that speaks to love.
And Paris Van Dale and Shannon LeVangie spent their formative years telling people like Kennedi Hardcastle, you can't sit at our lunch table, and they are continuing to do that here at Wrestling Open.
I would love to see their yearbooks, all this popularity they claim to have. I don't know how much they were liked in secondary school.
Were you popular in high school?
Surprisingly, yes.
Well, that's because, well, anyway, I'll leave that one alone. There's a cover. Count of 2, says referee Bill Thompson.
I feel like a compliment was coming my way, but right now Paris Van Dale in total control.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. I was definitely going to compliment you.
Hallelujah.
Our director, John Royce, still has trauma from high school.
Seems like he actually does.
I think I touched a nerve accidentally. Sorry, John Royce. I was just joking. As here we go, the Brats not joking around at all. They want to take down Kennedi Hardcastle, pick up the victory.
The time limit, 5 minutes remain.
Oh, look at her. Just enjoying every single second of what she's doing in there. That's why this cuts a lot deeper than just trying to win a tag team match. They want to continue to embarrass Kennedi and Gabby.
That's all they want to do, embarrass Hardcastle. They're already proven incorrect. Kennedi has friends. They popped up, leave the woman alone. But no, they're still trying to bully. They're still trying to be rude, and they're still trying to be disrespectful. It's sinful, Paul.
In every high school movie you can think of, the good guy finally takes down the bullies, and the bully leaves them alone. In this movie, the bully's like Michael Myers. It just keeps coming back, and that is what the Brats are. They just will not leave these two alone.
Well, I'll tell you right now, when Gabby Forza gets an opportunity, she's going to make sure that they want to be a star instead.
Shannon and Paris. Whoa, Paris runs into that boot.
Right into the throat.
There's the back elbow. Oh, ducks that shot, but no, Kennedi uses Paris's leg against her own partner.
And Paris immediately looking over to her friend, forgets about Kennedi for a moment. Big swing and a net breaker.
Down she goes. All 3 competitors in the ring are down. Gabby Forza, the only one standing, but she is on that apron, just begging for a chance to get into that ring.
Gabby jumping, waiting for that tag, waiting for an opportunity. Here it is!
There it is. Here comes Gabby Forza, and the Brats are in a lot of trouble.
Nothing but power in those clotheslines and power in the livers of Jermaine!
Goodness gracious, dropped her on her neck. Shannon is decimated.
The back of the head right to the middle, and now we're flying, baby.
Splash into the corner. Going to try to muscle her a little more. Hits the power slam.
Effortless.
Is that it? Paris at the last second breaking it up, and she needed to hit Gabby's boot to do it. Usually you see them try to go, but she needed to just inch her way to stop that victory from happening.
She barely shifted the weight of Gabby off of that left shoulder of Shannon, but now Shannon's still in a terrible way.
As Kennedi now motivating herself as she's ready to go. Wait, hold on. Paris out on the apron, grabbing Kennedi. Oh, look at that. Shannon raked the eyes of Gabby. Gabby can't see.
Gun went directly into the eye of Gabby, and now she's not sure what she's about to do. Kennedi trying to assault Shannon. No!
No! Gabby just ended up spearing Kennedi. I don't even know if she could see.
She couldn't see it. She got her. Now Shannon taking advantage. Oh my goodness!
Gabby dumped out onto the floor, and the Brats just stole it.
The time of the fall, 7 minutes, 58 seconds. Here are your winners, the troublemaker Shannon LeVangie and the always trending Paris Van Dale.
Gabby Forza was unceremoniously dispatched, but immediately goes in to save her friend Kennedi Hardcastle.
And that was Shannon LeVangie taking advantage. The referee's back was turned, and Shannon raked the eyes of Gabby, and Gabby I don't even know if she could fully comprehend what she was doing as she just charged ahead at what she saw in front of her, but unfortunately, Shannon pulled Kennedi in the way, and Gabby ended up spearing her, and that cost them the match, but I have a feeling this is not the last we are going to see of this by a long shot.
But friendship still stands in the middle of this ring. Great contest, terrible result.
Well, unfortunately for them, they are back to the drawing board. I just got my confirmation that I don't think he believes a single word Tyree and brothers say. All he saw was Tyree beat Flash Waller and Tyree beat Ichiban. So Kylon King is coming in here, perhaps in his mind, for redemption against Tyree.
And right now, Kylon King, the first thing that happened with us in that ring just now, runs up to us and says that he doesn't trust us, he doesn't believe in us. Just the rudeness from Kylon King immediately, but I understand it.
Well, why do you understand it?
Listen, I get it. We're doing things differently. You think that we're still stuck in our old ways. We are trying to be, that's real.
Well, listen, there is a lot at stake here, as you know. This is a very personal matchup given what has happened over the last couple of months, but a spot in the semifinals is still at stake.
Yeah, I get it. This is a big contest for both competitors, but I think we should still have a level of professionalism in this contest. That's what the church is all about: love, care, and respect.
What in the...
Well done, Tyree. That's what we talked about.
I was about to say, Kylon King cannot... Hold on, this might be the end here.
Get him, Ty.
Tyree cannot underestimate the strength of Kylon, but Kylon cannot underestimate the athleticism of Tyree Taylor.
And that's all part of the game plan. I tell you, Tyree Taylor's coming into this contest utilizing every tool he has to show his light, to help these people, and to show off the church.
As these two, in a very different type of feeling out process. Usually a feeling out process takes a lot of chain-like wrestling, but in this case, they're just trying to hit home run shots here. Oh, goodness.
It's okay. And I don't know if you heard Tyree Taylor. He said to Kylon, do you want to see the real me? Because Kylon keeps questioning what Tyree Taylor and the Church of Greatness is all about. He just saw the real strength of Tyree Taylor.
Oh, he just found out what Tyree is all about, courtesy of a running shoulder tackle from the linebacker of Prix.
Hey, maintain your composure.
Oh, good Lord. Forgive me for using the Lord's name in vain, but in that situation, brother, I think it was warranted.
I'm glad he did, because he needed to pray for him. We need to call the Father, Lord, to come down and assist this gentleman, assist Kylon King.
As this crowd in Worcester has done a full 180 on Tyree, as you mentioned, the Church of Greatness did things much differently over the past calendar year. However, over the last couple of months, you and Tyree both agreed that a change was needed, it was necessary, and much like that book you held on your way to the ring, I feel like you have unlocked even more potential in Tyree Taylor.
When you're allowing God's light to shine out of an individual, you will see more than their potential. You will see the Lord within them, and that's what we're seeing in Tyree Taylor over the last month or so.
But I think we have also seen the potential of Kylon King continue to grow after that victory over Brian Malonis last week. But after that kick to the gut, you can't unlock potential if you can't breathe.
It's going to be very difficult for Kylon King to move forward in this contest. To execute both the moves of strength and athleticism, air is required.
Paul Crockett, Brother Greatness, here with you. Quarterfinal matchup in the Jumbo Grand Prix. Who is going to join TJ Crawford in the semifinals? And like I said, do not underestimate the strength of Kylon. We saw what he did with Brian Malonis a week ago.
And that I was in such great surprise in that contest.
Oh no!
Yes!
Good Lord! Tyree sends Kylon King flying into that rope with the pounce. Makes the cover. But how does Kylon King get the shoulder up?
Because Kylon King's a heaven of a competitor. He's athletic. He's strong. There's no surprise for me, because that's the kind of man Kylon King is.
Kylon King practically went to heaven after that pounce.
And listen, we're trying to get him there in the softest way possible if he will so allow it. But right now we have to win this contest before we can worry about saving his spirit.
And he is hanging on.
Oh my goodness gracious!
As Kylon just bounced in midair. Goodness gracious. This is turning into a massacre right now.
It's all right. Pray about it, Tyree. Pray about it. You did what you needed to do. God bless you. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Tyree Taylor, I feel like at this point he could get a 20 count after what he just did to Kylon King here in this ring. Two of the damnedest things I have ever seen.
We're just looking to find a victory. We're not trying to hurt this man.
We are up to 7. Tyree Taylor.
5 minutes have elapsed in this quarterfinal match.
Up to 8. Up to 9. But how? How did Kylon find the determination? Forget about recovering and getting into the ring. The will to continue to get slaughtered like this.
Because this is the man that Kylon King has become over the years. We've seen it in tag team title competition. We saw it last week against Balonis. This is what Kylon King is about. In my opinion, he is one of the most talented individuals in the world of professional wrestling, and we understand that as members of the Church of Greatness.
Old school nerve hold here from Tyree Taylor, and that might be all it takes, but Kylon King showing why he is beloved here in Worcester. 2 years of gutsy performances here at Wrestling Open, but he can have all the guts he wants. They might be spilled all over the ring when Tyree's done with it.
It's quite possible, but all we're looking for is the win and to show a level of respect, but there's more disrespect from Kylon King.
And look at Kylon saying, give me more. Give me more, I want it. And ask and you shall receive. Kylon King asking for all the smoke, and he is engulfed in flames.
Keep it together. That's not what we're doing today.
You seem worried here.
That's not the mission. It's not about being worried at this point. It's about making sure that he wins this match in a spiritual fashion.
Well, he has Kylon lined up here. Oh, Kylon up and over.
He caught the turnbuckle directly in the nose. Come on, Ty.
Here comes Kylon.
No, 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 no!
He dumps him down. Kylon King is alive, and he is back in this quarterfinal matchup.
Come on, Tyree, persevere.
Kylon King, Tyree Taylor, Jumbo Grand Prix quarterfinal. Who is going to join TJ Crawford in the semifinals? This one is living up to all the hype.
Tyree Taylor. The last thing I thought was that he'd get exploded across the ring by Kylon King, but we are prepared. We are the church, and the Lord will carry us and show the footprints in the sand right on the mat.
Ducks that clothesline. There's the rising knee. Tries that high kick. Oh no! Into the enziguri, he hit it.
We scouted the first, but not the second. Come on, Ty.
Ducks the clothesline.
No!
Hits one of his own. Tyree goes down. Kylon King is a man possessed.
Get out of there. Get out of there, Taylor.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Oh no!
Here he comes.
Suicida!
He hit him with one. Oh my goodness.
Oh no!
Into the moonsault from Kylon King.
No!
Semi-final spot on the line. Kylon is giving it all.
Healing hands to you, Tyree. Healing hands. Come on, Tyree. Pray with me, Paul. Pray with me.
Tyree is in the ring. Brother Greatness is going to have a stroke. Kylon King going to that top rope, looking to punch his ticket into the semifinals.
Come on, Tyree, in a bad way. Yes!
Tyree caught him. Tyree calling for it. Standing Uranage.
That's it. That's it. Oh.
Kylon King getting the shoulder up somehow.
And so, right, this is what we expected from Kylon King, but I didn't expect this much determination, durability. I didn't expect this strength from Kylon.
And now Tyree perhaps digging down a little deeper, knowing that every single shot he has thrown Kylon's way, Kylon has survived and asked for more, but I think there's only one trip Kylon can make if Tyree wants to head to the semifinals.
Well, final judgment, no!
Who's out of the way?
No!
Oh my goodness, he got him with the German suplex, how?
Got folded up, you look like an accordion. Come on, Tyree! Rise up like Lazarus!
I said don't underestimate the strength of Kylon King, we just saw it. What's he doing now?
Oh gosh. No!
Brain buster!
No! Tyree!
Tyree out at 2. But Kylon's not done.
Oh no, this is how he beat Malonis!
Frog splash, he's going for one more. Going up for that moonsault. No, he missed. He missed. Tyree got out of the way. Huge lariat. Kylon got practically decapitated. And now he's about to take a trip to the Brooklyn Zoo.
Hallelujah.
Tyree is in the semifinals.
The time of the fall, 10 minutes, 25 seconds. Here is your winner, advancing to the semi-final round of the tournament, the linebacker of praise, Tyree Taylor!
Tyree Taylor has shown what he can do once again, but Kylon King has absolutely nothing to be ashamed of after that incredible performance, but unfortunately for him, he is not on to the semifinals. It is Tyree Taylor who heads in to the last 4. Man, what a contest, what a matchup. And now Tyree offering his hand to Kylon King. And I'm a believer. I think he should do it. But I'm not the one in the ring. I'm not the one who's out. It's Kylon King. What a performance.
Massachusetts, here in the White Eagle, hear everything
is he going to accept? And I think he's seen through and is a believer like I am and a lot of people here in Worcester are now. As Brother Greatness a little energetic and happy that Ichiban has accepted, but nonetheless, I think this is a step in the right direction for Ichiban here after he has been spiraling out of control in recent times. And even though he shook the hand, I think there's still a small part of him who, especially after the hug with Brother, thinks maybe I should have eyes in the back of my head, but all the eyes here in the White Eagle were on Tyree Taylor in that incredible performance. He is in to the semifinals of the Jumbo Grand Prix.
Listen, I've always stated Brad Baylor has an interesting way about his movements. He shows off his beauty, he struts around a bit, but he backs all of it up.
He certainly does back it up. He and Ricky Smokes are one of the most exciting duos that I have seen in a long time. They were a step away in only their second or third match as a team from becoming IWTV Tag Team Champions. But they have said it themselves. We just get better every time, because even if we come up short with the titles on the line, the next time out we're going to be better. And we're going to be better after that. And individually, these guys are frightening.
They have mastered the art of singles competition, and they are still growing and they're still young. Beautiful Brad Baylor, beautiful in the ring in every sense of the word, and we already seen that in the early goings of this contest.
As here we go, collar and elbow tie-up. I have a feeling this contest is going to be a little different than Tyree and Kylon. I think even though both are very exciting athletes, Brad Baylor is more of a traditional, old-school type of wrestler. And you can see what type of athlete Boofa is.
The only thing old school about Boofa is his hip-hop dance and stylings.
As he is showing off his dancing style, is that what that is?
In Barbados, we call that walking up.
A what?
Walking up.
Walking?
To walk up.
What does that mean?
It's to rhythmically move the waist. And there's a sleeper hold.
Well, we can talk about rhythmically moving waists another time. Big Boofa wants to head into the semifinals, as look at that. Over goes Baylor, and there is a drop kick on the money by Big Boofa. Brad Baylor is on the back foot.
That high angle of that drop down really made Brad Baylor struggle to regain his footing.
He's gonna try it. Faked him out and made it look good.
The Big Boofa might not be my favorite individual for respect to his decision making, but I am so proud of this young man for his ability to grow despite everything that's been thrown against him, myself included. He is quite the athlete, and it's good to see him grow the way I had hoped he would back when we first engaged.
And Brad Baylor looked like he was begging off a little bit, but that didn't work as Boofa continues his assault here in this quarterfinal match of the Jumbo Grand Prix.
And this match might end up being real short the way that Boofa's rolling. One shot after another.
He is on fire right now. You could say that about this match. You can say that about his career. He has been on a roll as he's gonna try to go for that leg drop. Oh no, off the ropes. He bounced. And Brad Baylor feeling very confident as he follows it up with a clothesline.
And good on Brad Baylor. He stayed right on top of Boofa in transition. Huge lariat turns Boofa inside out.
And look at him turning his attention to the faithful at the White Eagle here for Wrestling Open. That is something that has worked against Brad Baylor in the past. However, I don't think he cares. I think he gets more confident and more cocky as he goes along.
And you see it build up, and there are pros and cons to that level of confidence. He is moving without wasting steps, with the exception of the times that he is showing off. He is able to believe in every motion he makes. And sometimes it works against you, like right there.
There's a chop from Boofa. He is going to fight with everything he has to get back into this one. Shoulders down. Kick out by Baylor and an aggressive one at that.
Great sunset by Boofa, now with a big shot directly to the shoulder.
Baylor out of the way using his athleticism, and look at that strength with the power slam, twisting Boofa down and almost heading into the semifinals.
It was quick and it was subtle, but Boofa tried to stop his momentum. Seems to have hyperextended the shoulder and elbow when he did so in the corner. Now he's grabbing at his wrist.
And look at this aggressive, I talked about old school, but more like old school rule breakers from back in the day. And of course, when you train under someone like Paul Roma, you learn those tricks of the trade.
Yeah, there's no trick Roma's not going to teach you, especially if it's before the year of 1996, and that includes every break and rule motion you can make.
Irish whip into the corner, up and over goes Boofa. He's going to try to get back in this, but his luck just ran out after that shotgun drop kick by beautiful Brad Izzy into the semifinals. Boofa says no. And after the battles that Boofa has endured over the last year, including with Tyree Taylor, we know that there is a lot left in his soul here with a shot at the semifinals at stake.
You might be able to defeat the body, you might be able to defeat the mind of the big Boofa, but the heart and the spirit of this young man is immeasurable. We have to be careful about messing with that.
This crowd rallying behind Big Boofa. Brad Baylor now taking it down to the mat. This is as old school as it gets. He wants Boofa to have no opportunity whatsoever to have his wind about him if he does get a chance to be on the comeback trail. Brad Baylor is showing, as you said, that perhaps he has the mind of a 19-year vet.
And Brad Baylor doing the right thing. A lot of people end up in this kind of hold up. They don't put the weight on the head. And you see what that does. Gives him the opportunity to drag Boofa back down.
And Baylor continues to talk to Boofa, and he continues to talk to the people here of Worcester. Brad Baylor is not making any friends, and he is smiling all along the way.
Right now, these people definitely not fans of beautiful Brad Baylor. And considering he's kicking the ropes in their direction and pointing his face towards them in a disrespectful fashion, I can't really blame them right now.
Off the ropes. Boofa with the reversal into the sleeper hold. He's trying to take his back.
And right now, Boofa, and lands directly on his feet. Beautiful by Boofa.
Lands on his feet, picks him up and slams him down. Boofa has that chance at the comeback trail, but does he have his wits and his wind about him to try to make his way into the semifinals?
Boofa really showing off his ability. Brad Baylor wasn't able to land on his feet. Boofa now, I sincerely believe that Baylor might not be able to handle the onslaught that's en route.
Boofa sensing the chance, sensing his opening. Another right hand. He is fighting with everything he has and doing it with style. Flying forearm. And another one. Sweeps out the legs, picks him up, sits out, slams him down, and Boofa wants a little bit more.
Michinoku, and now we're looking to roll a leg. It's en route. Boofa
hits the leg drop, makes the cover. Out at 2, says referee Scott Robinson. Boofa needs a little bit more to knock off the young 19-year-old upstart.
This contest has been emotionally and physically draining for the big Boofa, Dezmond Cole, and right now he's trying to find that last gasp to get victory over beautiful Brad Baylor.
Reversal, but no. Boofa was able to see that one coming. Spins him around. Glancing blow on that leg lariat, but nonetheless, it was a shot. He caught Baylor. What can Boofa do now to try to make his way into the semifinals?
It seemed to me like the side of Boofa's foot hit the chin of Brad Baylor. Small surface area leads to a knockout.
Oh no, he got caught. Caught with a spine buster. Baylor's not done.
Front face lock. Fisherman.
With a bridge. Boofa gets out at 2 and Brad Baylor can't believe it.
Boofa's eyes opened up at the last second. He wasn't there, but the lights turned on at 2.
Is he going to be able to head into the semifinals with Tyree and TJ? Not by throwing a tantrum like this, he's not.
I've got to tell you, Brad Baylor's face got real ugly by the time that Boofa kicked out. I don't know if we call him beautiful anymore.
Oh, and look at this disrespect he's showing Big Boofa. This is not a way to punch your ticket into the semis.
This is the arrogance working against him. Big body slam to Boofa.
As he lets this crowd at the White Eagle know what he thinks of them and the disrespect he continues to show to Big Boofa.
But this isn't what Brad should be doing. I get it. I get mind games. I get connecting with this crowd in a fashion.
What is Baylor talking about here? Is he going to try a moonsault?
We don't know. He might have learned recently, but I've never seen him really. Oh, there's Boofa.
Boofa's up. He caught him.
Baylor's stuck.
Super kick. Into the German. Boofa's back.
Boofa in charge. Boofa! Big shot to the side of the head!
Caught him on the chin. Baylor's out. Baylor's out. Oh, he kicked out, Brother Greatness. I can't believe it.
In this quarterfinal match.
I thought Boofa had Baylor dead to rights, knocked out, gone, and out of this tournament. But beautiful Brad Baylor proving that he deserves to be counted amongst the very best.
Boofa has his eyes locked onto Brad Baylor. He has his eyes locked onto a spot in the semifinals, but can he lock in and get the job done?
Right now trying to lock those legs around the outside of the rope. Definitely thinking about some massive slam from up here. We'll see what type.
Going up to that second rope, heading into the heavens. Is he going to crash down? Oh, Baylor pushes him out of the way. Boofa comes right back. He holds on.
Boofa's not done.
He is not.
And now Baylor might be. The big Boofa Dezmond call. He's rolling.
And Boofa looking around, plotting his next move. Oh boy, here we go.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Up and out to the floor. He takes down Brad Baylor. And is his spot in the semifinals going to be cemented? He is on a roll.
The aggression on the face of the big Boofa. This crowd was stunned, and now they're getting behind there. Big Boofa, Dezmond, Cole.
Oh, what is Baylor doing here? Shoulders down.
Feet on the ropes.
Oh, his feet were on the ropes. You gotta be kidding me.
The time of the fall, 11 minutes, 42 seconds. Here's your winner, advancing to the semi-final round of the tournament, Brad Baylor.
A typical disgusting display from Brad Baylor. He is into the semifinals, cheating along the way, putting his feet on the rope. What a despicable human being. Oh, and look at this. This girl makes me sick.
The big Boofa Dezmond Cole gave everything that he had in this contest. He gave everything that he had within him. He might have needed something a little extra to get past the hard and violent ways of Brad Baylor.
And Brad Baylor makes me even more sick as he is onto the semifinals of the Jumbo Grand Prix. He just stole it and crushed the spirit of Big Boofa along the way.
Truly tainted victory.
And look at Boofa. Usually this is a point where he can recover, feel the crowd here, but the only thing he is feeling is let down and cheated after Brad Baylor beats him to head into the semifinals. And Boofa, I have a feeling he's gonna want a piece of Swipe Right in the future. But I think his only focus here tonight is how can I get past this man who haunted my life for so long 2 years ago.
And right now, Steven Stetson trying to haunt Fancy Ryan Clancy with another negative memory surrounded around the ranch. A loss here in the Jumbo Grand Prix.
If you're an English speaker out there, maybe even not an English speaker, you probably could hear what they said to Steven Stetson. They have a lot of nasty things to say here at the White Eagle.
That's all right, they're babes in Christ. They're trying to get it together here.
As this stare, well,
oh goodness.
I felt like I got slapped in the face right there, brother.
The disrespect.
Here we go. Usually Ryan Clancy would use a lot of fancy old school technique, but I think this is going to be a scrap.
We'll get ready for an old school punch to the noggin. Fancy Ryan Clancy not going to stand for that level of disrespect.
As now Clancy stomping out Steven Stetson, and I think he wants a little more.
And you have to imagine this was part of some kind of strategy, but everyone has a plan until they are punched in the face.
Right on the money. Fancy Ryan Clancy got to do this 2 years ago, and I don't think he minds if his ticket to the semifinals is punched at the expense of the one and only New Jersey Cowboy.
But huge knife edge chop just shuts down Fancy Ryan Clancy. I felt that in my heart.
And the other thing that Stetson hat family fortune can buy Stetson is the best training, the best chefs, the best diet. He has a wealth to be the very peak of his game here in the quarterfinals tonight.
But Fancy Ryan Clancy, he's worked intimately with Steve Stetson. He understands what he's about, and he's using that knowledge now.
Yes, here we go. Holding onto that top rope. Oh, look at the strength.
Oh,
Stetson,
goodness gracious.
as Clancy almost dumps on to the fans at ringside.
Almost falls all the way out of the ring. And Fancy Ryan Clancy trying to drag Steven Stetson right out. They're out on the apron. And right now, Fancy Ryan Clancy trying to set up for a pile driver right on the apron. But Steve Stetson, no! Hey, and wow, Fancy Ryan Clancy drops right down to the ground.
As Clancy goes down in a heap on that wood floor, Stetson now in the ring, and Clancy down at ringside trying to recover.
And you hear Steve Stetson screaming out once again that that was for the ranch. Fancy Ryan Clancy is down. He's not well. And I'm not sure whether or not he's going to be able to get off of this wooden floor to be able to get back into this contest. Steven Stetson looking directly into IWTV's land, looking directly into every person inside the White Eagle and letting them know that he thinks he's better. But Fancy Ryan Clancy coming back in the ring to show him otherwise. Now big shots, stomps directly to the chest of Fancy Ryan Clancy, followed up by a European uppercut and another here in the corner.
Irish whip into the corner. Clancy goes down hard. Stetson standing atop of Clancy with a chance to go into the semifinals.
And right now, Steve Stetson trying to show off, utilizing a stance typically used by Fancy Ryan Clancy and the White Eagle, letting everyone know how they feel about it. Right now, Steve Stetson set up for the violent Irish whip. Big shot to the back of Fancy Ryan Clancy in the corner.
Goes hard into those turnbuckles. Ryan Clancy having flashbacks to 2 years ago.
And right now, taking the hat off from an individual here in Worcester, here in the White Eagle. This is not what Wrestling Open is about. This is not what we stand for here. But Steven Stetson going way too far and now trying to grab the legs of Fancy Ryan Clancy and possibly take his head off. My goodness.
As Stetson enjoying the work he's doing here in front of the White Eagle, in front of the faithful here at Wrestling Open, as he wants to head into the semifinals here tonight.
Big elbow drop slightly below the neck into the collarbone of Fancy Ryan Clancy. He was lucky to kick out in that moment.
as Stetson and Clancy now battling with everything that they have. They both want to head into the semifinals of the Jumbo Grand Prix tournament. Who is going to be the one to get the job done?
5 minutes.
Stetson is in control, but that is what he is about. He obsesses about control here at Wrestling Open.
And that control is what's driving him throughout this competition, driving him throughout this tournament. This victory here means control for Steven Stetson and control for the ranch. And right now, Steven Stetson utilizing his control and now taking to the head of Fancy Ryan Clancy. Huge knife edge chop.
As Stetson putting Clancy on that second rope. And if he can send Clancy down, he could have that control that he craves.
Right now making his way to the top, about to now control the head. If you control the head, you control the body. And right now he's thinking big old superplex. Fancy finding a way to block it despite being on the tippy top of that corner. Stetson losing his balance. And I'm not sure what Clancy's gonna do from this position. Oh no, set up. Power bomb, Fancy Ryan Clancy, the power, but no! Stetson directly to the gut, shut it down. Oh my goodness!
Oh goodness, they are both down on the floor, taking the ultimate risk with everything on the line.
They're giving everything they have in this contest. Both men collapsed, broken, shells of their cells, violently cracked and broken apart like a puzzle piece down on the ground in front of us.
Steven Stetson, Fancy Ryan Clancy, quarterfinal contest. Who is going to be the final semifinalist? All of those matches will be here next week, but right now, who is going to join TJ Crawford, Tyree Taylor, and Brad Baylor?
I have to tell you, it's anyone's game at this point. Both men struggling simply to respond to Tyler Calloway's 10 count. There's already a 7, and now they're both in.
As they both beat the count, and they want to take each other down and get that final spot next week in the semifinals.
Eyes are locked, punches are being landed, and right now it's looking like Fancy might have a little bit more mustard to come along with that sauce.
Clancy unleashing, Stetson with a big chop.
And those knife edge shots been shutting down Fancy all night. Oh my goodness!
Big back body drop. There's another one, and Clancy regaining control and taking it away from Steven Stetson.
Big back body drops in stereo. The old school players having that performance, and now we're looking for more power.
Oh, there's a reversal from Stetson. No, back and forth they go.
Not an advantageous position for Steven Stetson at all, but no, another reversal. How?
There's a reversal.
These two niggas know each other so well.
Face first into the turnbuckles.
Oh, goodness gracious. No!
High cross body hooks the leg.
That's it!
Stetson gets the shoulder up at a count of 2.
I tell you, Paul Crockett, that was as perfect of a lateral press as you can execute within a contest.
Unbelievable action. These quarterfinal matchups have exceeded expectations with everything at stake. The final semifinalist is going to be decided who is going to take it between Clancy and Stetson. Clancy calling this one, but no, Stetson reverses.
Incredibly fired up behind this. What's the Crawford? Oh no! Wait, Fancy, he's got him!
He went for that side Russian. Stetson held onto that rope.
Wow! Deadlift the powerbomb!
Hits the powerbomb. Is that it?
Oh my goodness!
Clancy gets the shoulder up just barely, and the control that Stetson is obsessed with is still not fully in his grasp.
I neither have the fraction, the decimal, or the integer to be able to break down how close that kick out was. Incredible, incredible.
Stetson could not only control this tournament, but he could control the spirit of this entire crowd here at Wrestling Open. He could break them all.
And right now, he's trying to break the will and spirit of Fancy Ryan Clancy.
In this quarterfinal match.
Oh, went for that Northern Jersey lariat. He tried the drop kick and he missed.
We've seen Fancy Ryan Clancy win with those drop kicks.
There's a reversal. Sweeps out the leg. Gonna try a figure four. No. Drop down. Drops it off the ropes. Leapfrog. Here's the drop kick. He hit it. Clancy is into the semifinals.
The time of the fall, 10 minutes, 28 seconds. Here is your winner, advancing to the semi-final round of the tournament, Fancy Ryan Clancy.
Unbelievable victory for Fancy Ryan Clancy. He is number 4. He joins TJ Crawford, Tyree Taylor, and Brad Baylor in the semifinals.
Fancy Ryan Clancy, gutsy performance against someone he knows quite well, and now the ranch doesn't have the spot, and the ranch is out of control.
As Clancy talking to one of our loyal and young fans here tonight, she is thrilled that Stetson is out, and so is everyone here in Worcester tonight. Clancy's in the
Great performance, Evans.
Someone is going to pay for this. Someone is going to pay for this.
Steven Stetson saying someone's going to pay for this. What does that mean?
You look in his eyes, he's incensed. Steven Stetson, I don't want to pay.
Rich is dancing here tonight.
I saw John Roy wiggle a finger.
Well, it is main event time. The Big Business and Stetson Ranch are huddled up. Well, there's Trey. Did you teach him how to dance like that?
Listen, I'm out of help with everything above the waist.
What do they call it in Barbados?
That wasn't walking out. That was something else.
Oh, okay.
That was
twerking out.
That was American.
I can't believe I said that out loud. Anyway.
You did.
Here we go for this electric main event here tonight. Jermaine Marbury bringing Bryce Donovan into the fold. You want to talk about scouts and analytics teams? I think that's a genius move by Jermaine Marbury in waves and curls.
We got every hairstyle in that corner. We got waves, we got curls, we got froze. I'm not sure what to call the beautiful mane that is Bryce Donovan, but I'm very excited to see this contest.
Look at that. It's like a real basketball team.
No, I think they're missing
from the 1950s, but
he's a small forward out there.
You're not a small forward.
Definitely not, definitely not.
Who are you thinking?
I don't know, but not me.
Yeah, well, here we go. Jalen Brandon starting things off with Victor Cruz. Brick City and Waves and Curls have been on a collision course for a very long time. It's like they circle around and keep meeting each other again. Perhaps they could be the next challengers for the Eliminator Cup Tag Team titles held by Brick City.
I think it would definitely be earned. They went very far in that tournament, and now, wow!
Suplex and waving at the Stetson Ranch and Big Business in the corner.
And showing Big Business his gluteus maximus and let him know what he thinks about them in the process.
Brad Hollister, the Wrestling Open champion. Brick City, the Eliminator Cup Tag Team champions. They want to show they are the elite of Big Business.
And right now we're showing the waves that come when you deal with Trayvon Jordan.
Oh, well, there's a shot to the midsection.
And that foot colliding with the stomach of Trayvon and then the head to the jaw.
Oh, look at that.
Big waves. And there's the curl.
Snapmare takeover. Big Business is getting tossed around this ring by waves and curls right now, brother.
Flapjack executed. Call him Denny's. Big tag over here to Jalen Brandon.
As here comes Brandon off that top rope. Victor really wants to get over that corner in a hurry.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere right now. Big elbow to the elbow. Might have snapped something.
As here we go. Big Business in a bad way, and here comes Bryce Donovan. I know he and Bobby Orlando would love a shot at those Eliminator Cup tag team titles.
All 6'5.5" of Bryce Donovan coming straight down with an elbow.
And that is a very high angle to come down from.
That moment where height means height, and now the all-star of the team.
As here comes Danny Miles on the receiving end of a couple of arm drags from the former #1 contender to the Wrestling Open Championship. But I have a feeling, after Marbury told Big Bacon last week, this is far from over, that maybe he could get another shot.
And I have to say, he would be deserving. I cannot say that Brad won that match in a clean fashion. Beautiful Mamba splash.
Hits the splash. Bryce makes the cover, gets a count of 2 here in this huge main event with so many different moving parts, considering that Jermaine Marbury a week ago was a centimeter away from becoming the Wrestling Open champion in, I believe, what was his 44th match as a professional.
In a matter of a few months, this time in October, you couldn't tell me who Jermaine Marbury was. Now, he's someone that many people still consider to be the #1 contender for the championship.
I have to agree with those people. I think he is uncrowned as the #1 contender. He was robbed of that championship a week ago, but that is what Brad Hollister does. That is what Big Business does here at Wrestling Open.
And right now, Bryce Donovan trying to fight his way away from Big Business and the Stetson Ranch in that corner.
As Hammer Tunis and Danny Miles going in there, the regulators of the Stetson Ranch. Wait, no. There's a tag, and here comes Jermaine Marbury.
Forearms are flying. Marbury's having it, and there he goes.
He broke his ankles.
Ankles down, knee is out, and the dunk is executed.
Dunks on Hammer Tunis does Jermaine Marbury.
Like Shaq and Orlando breaking some glass.
Here we go. Hits the splash in the corner. Makes the tag to Bryce Donovan. And now they're going to go with a little double team action.
Our power forward and our center at work.
Here comes Danny Miles. There's the tag to Trayvon Jordan. They're taking turns dunking on these guys.
Look at him. They're balling.
What a maniac.
The point guard's in.
Splash on 3 of them.
One left.
This is turning into a dunk contest.
This is amazing. Everyone's out.
What the?
The center's down, the power forward is down, the shooting guard is in the air!
In the corner, taking them all down. Waves and curls, Bryce Donovan and Jermaine Marbury are running the show here in our main event.
This is what I call an all-star game. This is basketball.
This is Wrestling Open. Jermaine Marbury, perhaps the uncrowned #1 contender, as Danny Miles with the referee. Oh, what is happening here? Marbury goes down, and just like that, this unholy alliance taking control of the contest.
But this can still have a heavenly result. All Marbury would have to do is find a way to persevere, get away from the ranch, get away from the regulators, get away from Big Business, get away from Brick City.
As now Danny Miles, longtime veteran, in the ear and in the mind of Jermaine Marbury. Marbury has been on an unbelievable run, but this is where someone like Danny Miles can really live up to the name on the back of his tights and be a dream crusher for Jermaine Marbury.
And this is how it starts, getting back to basics, calming down this White Eagle crowd, and slowly taking the energy away from Jermaine Marbury with this great choke.
This crowd continuing to chant defense, something I never thought I would hear in my life at a wrestling show. But forget about defense, Danny Miles with some crushing offense.
And I find it a little bit offensive. Right now, slamming his foot into the side of the face of Marbury, and there's nothing these fans and Benny can do about it.
As Victor Chase bringing Marbury back to his feet, he desperately wants to get over there and make that tag for his team to have a chance, because right now, big business in the Stetson Ranch are doing what they do very well. They found an opening, they took advantage, and they don't let go.
And right now, great tag, Brick City in control, and now they're in motion!
Big boot by Victor Chase. Cruz makes the cover. Count of two, and I wonder what Brad Hollister is thinking as he watches at home. He tweeted out, "Am I under the basketball outfit again?" Because he was a few weeks ago. It shocked everybody.
I hope someone checked to make sure that Benny was indeed Benny. Based on the way he's moving, I believe the sentient basketball is indeed the correct one.
Yeah, they're way too athletic for Brad Hollister, that basketball right now.
I mean, it's bouncing up and down in a way that I don't think a man should.
Well, Hammer Tunis looking to bounce Marbury off the mat, bring home the victory for this unholy alliance.
This alliance is quite interesting. They've been rampaging all over Marbury, beating him down, stepping on his face, and hurting him straight down to his tippy toes.
Oh, what is that? Letting out for the business. I'm gonna be sick. As that is why I call this an unholy alliance. For the business? Ridiculous.
It's capitalism.
Sure, it's something. Makes the cover, does Hammer Tunis. Marbury out at 2. This crowd continuing, despite the odds, to rally behind Jermaine Marbury. And that is why he went from a tryout participant and winner in November to the #1 contender and here in our main event tonight.
It's been just a quarter in terms of business, and Jermaine has already made it to the very top of the list.
This crowd chanting defense here. Marbury needs a lot more offense. Tries to go into those ropes. Hammer Tunis grabbing the hair, but not before a jawbreaker.
He got the throw, and the throw needs to tag out to a wave or a curl or a ponytail.
As Victor Chase yelling out to this crowd saying, defense, huh? Well, I think they're gonna go for some signature offense. No! There's the tag to Jalen Brandon.
And Jalen's in, big shots flying to both sides of Brick City.
Ducks the double clothesline.
We're in flight, oh no.
Oh, he got caught.
Wow.
Double drop kick, and there's the tag to Trayvon.
Oh my
Look at
goodness!
that! Double lowdown from
10
Trayvon.
minutes remain.
Got him!
They connected. Super kick by Jalen.
The D was a 3, big super kick.
Slams down. Julio Cruz, waves and curls have taken this contest into their own hands.
Right now they're flowing, they're gelling. It's waves and curls. Oh goodness!
Goodness hits the lowdown. But Danny Miles gets in there, and Jalen Brandon celebrated a little too early.
Yeah, definitely a little too quickly, especially when you're facing half of the ranch and half of their business. It's for the business, yo.
As Jalen and Danny Miles fighting their way to the floor, Victor Chase in there with Trayvon Jordan.
Trayvon taking on big offense, violent forearm, violent headbutt directly to the chest. And there we go, European
uppercut. Trayvon and Victor in there by themselves. The chaos has reigned in this contest, but here is Marbury. He got a tag.
Marbury's legal. We have a double superplex en route. Hammer Tunis, though.
No, here's Hammer Tunis. Oh, boy.
He's thinking powerbomb, but Goozle!
Choke slam by Bryce Donovan.
He's down. Marbury Jordan still trying to get something going, but big knees to the chin.
Here's Danny Miles. What is he? He's calling for Julio Cruz here as they are still jockeying for position on that top rope. They just took down Victor Chase, but more importantly, they took down Trayvon and Marbury.
That's good mathematics. 2-for-1 special. Brandon! Oh my goodness!
Goes for broke and takes them both down.
Huge senton knocks everyone down. Everyone's off the ground. The mat is still. I can barely see the green.
This has completely gotten out of control here in the main event. Who is going to take this one home as all 8 are down?
The only person still up is Benny.
Well, they are all trying to reassemble themselves here in our main event, as this one, I think, is going to break down once again.
Violence ensues!
Here we go!
It's warfare. It's like the Warriors of Coney Island. Punches everywhere.
Everyone coming out to play in this one. Here's Brick City and Waves and Curls. Down goes Brick City.
Waves and Curls in control. Julio Cruz just rolled out.
Oh boy.
Up, we're about to have some flight. Goodness!
In stereo.
Tope suicidas from both halves of both the Waves and the Curls. Everyone's down on the tarmac on the floor. But wait.
What the hell is this? Steven Stetson is back out here.
This isn't a heavily encounter. Steven Stetson. Earlier he said someone was gonna have to pay.
Oh, what is he doing out here?
Wait,
Hey, what the hell is going on? The Kellys are out here. What the hell are they doing?
For heaven's sake. Coming
And
up.
they are fighting the Kellys just fighting all the way to the back. And now Stetson's arguing with Benny.
Benny the basketball, I've never heard Benny speak.
While Stetson is yelling something, this one has broken out of control.
Bill's pointing at both of them.
He ejected them both.
Benny's been bounced out of the arena.
He ejected both of them, trying to get some order here. As this one continues to break down, and Brick City are in the ring, and they have Marbury isolated.
Taking advantage of the confusion. There's Bryce.
There's a super kick. Julio Cruz takes down Bryce Donovan.
Big forearm. There's Marbury.
Oh, he broke his ankles. Rolls through.
Wait.
He has the ankle lock.
He's trying to cinch it and tighten. There it is. Full extension.
He has it cinched in.
Julio Cruz, he's struggling. He's trying to hold on for big business.
He has it locked in.
There's Bryce.
He gave it up. Marbury gets the win.
The time of the fall, 14 minutes, 52 seconds. Here are your winners by submission, the team of Waves and Girls, Bryce Donovan and Jermaine Marbury.
That is a way to bounce back after that heartbreaking loss 1 week ago for Marbury. He just tapped out Julio Cruz, and I think, forget about uncrowned, I think Marbury should get another shot at bacon.
Here's what the great ones do. They might always win the finals, but they find their way back to the mountaintop.
And Marbury with something else on his mind.
Brad Hollister, after everything, I need one more shot. We're gonna be ready when it's time to play. If you want to get your hands broken, or if you want to get dunked on, I'll be right here.
Marbury saying, Brad Hollister, if you want to get dunked on, anytime, any place, you come on down and you meet me. And quite frankly, Brother Greatness, I cannot wait to see it one more time.
It's a match that's deserved, and it's one that the people here in Worcester are waiting for. Marbury, potential future champion.
Well, Jermaine Marbury and Bryce Donovan standing tall here in our main event tonight. Waves and curls were run off by the Kellys. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more of that down the line. But Brother Greatness, what a night of action we have had here. You will not want to miss the semifinals next week